My God, that's Jason Bourne. So yeah, Jason Bourne is back. Is that a good thing? Matt Damon said in the past that it's done. Bourne trilogy was great. We're not going to do any more. Paul Greengrass, he said the same thing. Well, Paul Greengrass came back, so Matt Damon came back. Is it a good thing? It's a hard thing to say this, guys. But, no. Look, here's the thing. Jason Bourne is one of the greatest action trilogies of all time. Matt Damon plays Jason Bourne incredibly. It's a great story. It's everything. And when the Bourne trilogy ended, it left you wanting more. And so they made the Bourne Legacy, which not a lot of people liked. I never saw it. I have some good authorities from people I know that it was okay. Not too terrible, but then again, some people said it was terrible. If you notice, this is my swivelly chair. I love it. And also, if this is the background, this is my room. It's a cool room. Okay, let's get back. And so, yeah, you know, Bourne Legacy wasn't a huge success. And so now they've given us Jason Bourne. We've got the star back. But is he still cool? Yes and no. Matt Damon, he's great in this role. As always. However, this role has been changed. Okay? Jason Bourne in the original trilogy, he was a real person. He was a character, okay? He had emotions. Yes, he was a hardcore badass, but, you know, he was a badass that, you know, understood things. And it's not that he doesn't understand things in this movie, because of course he does. He's Jason freaking Bourne. But the thing is in this movie, we never get to see Matt Damon really act. He's just one tone the entire time. I'm walking towards you. It's in your left pocket. Pick it up. Call him. Tell him this. Okay? Alright. Not that that part of Jason Bourne isn't cool, but you just don't get all the other facets of his personality. You don't get to see him really emote much. He's just a really, really cool robot in this movie. That's a little harsh. I mean, he emotes some in this movie when he gets angry, yes, but it's just not the same. Because the movie surrounding Jason Bourne is one long story that really doesn't amount to much of anything that's at least compelling. There's a new program that's kind of linked to Treadstone, and Julia Stiles, whose performance is god-awful in this movie. Like, it's, oh my gosh, she did not even try in this movie. I mean, she was just like, this is her the entire time. You may know some things, but you don't know everything. You just don't. Listen to me. Listen. Please. Huh? And I know that she's a good actress. She really didn't care about this thing. And I don't either. The story is convoluted, uninteresting. I mean, it has one plot point that involves Jason Bourne's father. That's kind of interesting, but it doesn't really lead to much. There's this whole other plot line with this social media guy who Tommy Lee Jones and the government wants to use his program or something to spy on people. I don't know. And I'm just sitting there wondering, where does this connect to anything? You know, just like, why? This is just filler. Boring! You know, I'm just gonna stop for a second, okay? I'm really trashing this movie. I'm making it sound like the worst movie of the year, okay? It's not. I'm gonna tell you things I liked here, and then I'm gonna get back to more of the things I don't like. Alicia Vikander, okay, from Ex Machina, which is a great movie. If you haven't seen it, you need to see it. You deserve to see it. It is amazing. Was great in this movie. She was an interesting character. You didn't necessarily fall in love with her. She wasn't that cool, but she was interesting. She was, you know, she was good. Tommy Lee Jones looked unbelievably old, like disgustingly old. I really hope he's okay right now because he did not look good in this movie, but he acted very well. Tommy Lee Jones was a good villain. As far as he acted well as the villain was very simple and cliche, but Tommy Lee Jones, great. You know, I said earlier, Matt Damon, he was very good in this movie, but unfortunately he didn't get to show off his acting like he did in the other movies because Jason Bourne, there just wasn't enough of him. They didn't give him enough to do, and also he just wasn't in the movie nearly as much as he should have been. The title of the movie is Jason Bourne, and yet I felt like it was missing Jason Bourne at times. You know, I'm sorry about my swivelly chair. I can't stop moving in it. And if that bothers you, you can go to hell. Because I'm just going to tell you right now, spending in this thing is like heaven on earth. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah! You know, I just criticized the movie again, didn't I? Tends to happen with subpar movies. But no, seriously, the action was very good. There was one fight scene in particular that was great. Really got me back to the original Bourne fights that were just like, bang! And, that's just about it for compliments. I mean, look, this movie, I've made it sound horrendous, okay? But really, as a standalone movie, if its name wasn't Jason Bourne, I'd be like, you would enjoy this if it came on cable. You would have a good time, right? But this isn't cable television, okay, punk? This is Jason freaking Bourne, bitch! You cannot have a half-decent Jason Bourne movie that's fun on cable to fit in with Jason freaking Bourne. One of the greatest action trilogies of all time, and some people say it may even be the best. So you want my opinion about Jason Bourne, huh, do ya? Well, okay then. I'll give it to ya. Jason Bourne, as a movie, gets a C, okay? It's enjoyable. You can have fun with it. But if you are a Jason Bourne fan, a fan of the original trilogy, I recommend not seeing this one. You will just be disappointed. I mean, in the beginning, Jason Bourne is going around and he fights for money. That's what he does, and it's awesome. Doesn't even say words at the beginning. Okay? I spoiled that. I don't care. And this movie's going to make a lot of money, and that's a good thing for the creators. Paul Greengrass is a good director. Matt Damon and the other actors are good actors, okay? But, look, I'm just telling you, the humble Jason Bourne fan, that you will be disappointed. And if you feel like not seeing it, you really aren't missing out. And you know, I don't think Jason Bourne would spend his fighting money on this movie. I mean, I don't think he'd buy a ticket. Probably because he'd be killing someone at the time, but, you know, trying to make a point. I'm not gonna. But anyways, have you seen Jason Bourne? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Comment below. Let me know what you thought of it. So if you want to tell me that I'm a stupid freaking idiot, then go on. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. And, you know, if you want to say that I'm really nice instead, you know, that also works just fine. Just fine. In fact, I prefer that. Please. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe. Tell your friends about the channel. And with that, I will leave you to do whatever you do. Just don't kill anyone. Leave that to me!